guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nico and I am a full-time eBay reseller. So the internet is just, I don't want to say life-changing, that's a little bit dramatic, but I did get switched over from whatever I was on. I'm not very tech. I guess was it broadband or something? I don't know. But anyway, I got switched from that to fiber. It took them about 3 hours because they had to, go to the back of the house from the telephone pole to my house. And then we have like concrete walls, brick on the bottom, or I think it's actually concrete. And they had to drill through there and then do all their thing inside. So they were here 3 hours. I didn't really have to do anything. Thankfully, I have my little Verizon box that I can use when I travel. So I still had internet, but it's pretty slow, especially now seeing the fiber. So I uploaded that shipping video to you today, and normally it would have said immediately on my internet that I had yesterday, it would have immediately said 4 hours until it's done, and that would have been for like a 45-minute video. Now it said, I think it said 35 minutes, and I ran the mail there while it was uploading, and when I came back it was almost done. So it's just very, very fast, and I think my pages load faster too, but without a doubt my upload speed is faster. So it won't make a huge difference on the YouTube videos, although it does help me to just know that got uploaded and I can kind of switch my mind to some other task. But it will make a huge difference when I'm working with my virtual assistant, because there are times like tonight, if I just pooped out and could not take the photos I need to send him, I can get up at 3 or 4 in the morning and take the photos. It only takes me a couple hours to take photos of 60 items. But then there's that lag time where they were just uploading to him and he couldn't get started, or he had very few that would pop up for him. Now I can, as long as my photos are done, it's probably less than 2 hours max. It used to be like 6. I'm not kidding you at all. So now I would think in an hour to 2 hours maximum for 900 photos, which is about what 60 items is. I take 10 of most items, but then there's that thing with a flaw, or there's that rare item, and I'll take 24 photos of some of those. So it's normally right around 900 photos for 60 items, and I've been sending him 60 at a time. So anyway, I am so excited about that, because like tonight, I'm already on number 7, and I have a podcast I want to listen to tonight through the Reseller Nirvana group, so I'm going to listen to that. And so I'm sure I will get the photos done behind me tonight, and then I'll just quick upload them. But if I didn't, or if I just decided I wanted the night off, I could do it in the morning, just get up. And so that is really good news. Well, guys, I have this haul for you. So we went to a place called Casper, Wyoming. It's actually kind of closer to South Dakota. You're headed toward South Dakota. That's their bigger city, is Rapid City, versus I go to Denver for my bigger city. So, I need to just take a road trip going that way sometime. And I've been to Rapid City many times, especially as a child. We would go see the faces, Mount Rushmore and all of that. So I've been there many, many times, but not really since I've been a reseller. I've never scoped out the town. I don't know anything about if they have a bins or anything about it. So someday I want to do that, because Casper paid off for me. So I had been to this place called Rescued Treasures a couple of times, 3 or 4 years ago. This was before COVID. And I went in and I just wasn't that impressed. I felt like the time I had, I guess I just probably either didn't put the time in, or maybe they had different management at the time. I don't know. But at the time, I felt like it was super expensive, and everything good got marked up. But I've also been working a lot on my own brand knowledge in the last 2 or 3 years. And so I think that, it's going to sound really conceited, but I think I just, I just outstudied them a little bit, and that's what you have to do at these expensive thrift stores. you know, the Goodwill can hire people and they can do the best they can, and they're definitely gonna be able to remember some brands, and they're gonna know by look, like some really intricate pieces that come out. You're never gonna necessarily get your hands on those from the Goodwill if they are the type of Goodwill that has hired a staff to kind of look up stuff. But when you get into brands like Flint and Tinder, or Simply with a Y, Sympli, or even Vuori, there's nothing about those that really stand out to anyone. So unless they are memorizing the brands, you have a very good shot to go in there. And so so at first I told my son, I'm just going to go to the Goodwill. I didn't have much luck at these. I don't even want to go. And he said, well, I was there, you know, a few months back. He goes there because his wife has some ties, and they go to district events up there too. And so my family, some of my family is well, my daughter plays drums and my daughter-in-law play drums, and so they teach some drumming to some people up in this city. Anyway, long story short, my son had been there more recently than I had. And he said he finds stuff in there, and he really thinks that I should go back. And so thankfully I did, because now when I go to that town, I have 4 thrift stores that I need to hit. I'm going to have to stay the night next time I go. These two, because there's 2 locations of this one, each took me 2 hours minimum. Then the Goodwill itself took me over 2 hours, and then we had to leave, and I just was done. We didn't even get to the Salvation Army, but I've been there many times, and it's full. It's just full too. So it was a great shopping trip. Like I said in my last video, though, it's not a good option in the winter, because if it's snowy here, it's there or worse. It's worse or whatever going that way. That's why I don't go there that often. First of all, I have no family there, or no real reason most of the time to go there. And secondly, because the weather can be more chaotic going that way, you know, as you get more into South Dakota and North Dakota, if it's snowing and it's a blizzard, that's not the direction you want to head. But during the summer, and thankfully I have to take my mom up there on the 14th and 15th of May, I believe it is. So just a couple weeks from now, she has a conference and she doesn't drive on the interstate. So I'm going to take her and a friend up to her conference. And then I just have nothing to do but the free hotel and go shopping. So I am excited about that. So let's get started. I will show you what I have. So I have 1 trip to the Goodwill and 1 to each of these locations. So first I mentioned Flint and Tinder. They just did not know what this brand is or care, one or the other, and I'm just learning about it in the last few months myself. But there's 1 pair of shorts. So first let me show you actually what I paid. Their prices you cannot even beat. So men's clothing, 2, oh okay, I don't know what men's clothing 2 means. Maybe that's like the color, or I don't know. But anyway, I had 7 items at $2.50. 1 item at $5, 1 at $1.50, and another woman's clothing piece at $2.50. At this store, I didn't even get through any of the women's clothes. So let me, I don't know. Let me see if I can even let you see that, guys. There you go. Now you can kind of see it. So anyway, yeah, I mean, $2.50 and then $5. I don't even know what I paid $5 for, but still, the prices are crazy. You know, on a pair of shorts like that, they're not that heavy, so the bins would still be cheaper. But my all my expenses to this place were paid, except I just felt like I was sourcing and getting some good deals. So I went ahead and got 1 meal so that the church, you know, my husband's a pastor, and that's who paid for us to go up there. He had a conference he had to go to. So, you know, I felt like I was doing half business, so I could at least pay for a few expenses. Sorry, guys, I got something in my eyeball. Anyway, so I got the rest of the Subway. He had some kind of a certificate, so I paid the $11 for that. And I paid for some gas. This is just my drink receipt. He must have the gas receipt. But anyway, it was like, you know, $30 total for the whole, you know, the whole shopping trip, because I didn't have any hotels or anything. So that was nice, and that's how it'll be really for the next coming weeks. I shouldn't have too many hotel bills. I'm going to go stay with my dad in Denver. He has that friend that I've talked about before. I won't bore you with that. Then I'm going to either go to his house and do some sourcing and hang out with him a week just for fun. And then I'm going to go with my mom to Casper. And so I have a lot of opportunities to see family and, you know, take a, what do you call it? I was going to say hitchhike along and not have any hotel expenses, which saves me like $1,000 over the next month. I mean, I'd rather buy them dinner than that. But anyway, I mean, can you imagine these prices? And these are not sale prices. They did not have a tag color. So I think that's really good. So on this batch I'm going to show you, I spent $28 because I rounded up, I think, for the children or whatever it is. Second, Flint and Tinder, 2 pair of shorts right beside each other. These ought to do really good. I have a pair of Flint and Tinder pants. I only put 28 on them, or 24, but they have some stains on the back of the leg, like some bleach stains. So these look to be in very good condition, so I've got to look them up. I don't even know. I would assume a little over 20 probably. Then I'm doing so good on the Tommy Bahama. I sold a Tommy Bahama silk shirt today for $17 plus shipping. These are an XL. The Tommy Bahama shorts, I looked them up just because I have so many shopping opportunities now in the next few weeks. I just want to be tight with my money because I can go, to all different cities. I'm going to all these places. So anyway, but these were actually really good. I should get upwards of, over 15. And I'm assuming, none of these have a special tag on them. So I'm assuming that these are the $2.50 items. There's one item they charge me $1.50 for in men's. I don't know what that would be. We'll look. We'll try to figure it out. I just knew the prices were really good. So I got a pair of figs. This might be the woman's clothing item that I paid $2.50 for. The reason I thought they had tag colors is because every single item I'm going to have to cut these off. And they said, no, that just tells us when we put them out. So I don't know if they donate them after that. I don't know. This is the kind of opportunity, if I had the guts, and someday I may get the guts to go in there and say, hey, listen, I have my own business. You guys obviously get rid of stuff after a certain period of time, but then, then you end up with so much junk. I'm sure I could tell them, hey, when you're done with everything, let me see it, and, I'll give you $1 a piece, but then you end up with no name brands. So I probably would never do that anyway, unless I used that for consignment or used it to sell on whatnot. Then I might do something like that. But anyway, figs, it's a lot lighter color than the camera is making it, but it looked like in good condition. So either I paid $2.50 or, yeah, I paid $2.50 for one woman's item, but I have another woman's item, so I don't know. Probably $2.50. They might have thought this is a man's. This is a Cabin Creek. I know I picked these up. These are so Y2K, 80s or 90s. These sell fast. Now, the price is only like between 11 and 15. This is a size 18, so it's a little bit better size. So I'm definitely going to put 16 on this, and this will sell right away. I don't know why, but they do for me. This is a Stoic. I do really good on Stoic. I have some pants, I think, though, I need to lower. This is a nicer green than what that is showing. But anyway, what is my size on this? I think it's down here. Some of the shirts have it down here, so I always think that the size tag's missing, but it isn't. Yeah, it's a large, so there's the large. So that's good. That's a good find. Probably 15 is all on that. Then this is Simms. I really found the mother lode of Simms. Simms, to me, does really, really well, and because of where I live, I find it all the time. It's a fishing brand, not really a hunting brand, but a fishing. Just a nice, plain old shirt. Nothing about it. This says, what does this say? What does that say? Kokona? I don't know. I'll have to look that up in the Simms brand. Oh, I see. Yeah. This has a logo. It's the Ugly Bug Fly Shop in Casper, Wyoming. On a fishing shirt, I don't think that will hurt it. It might even help it. So I bought it. I paid at the most $2.50. This is a 2XL. And see here it says COR3, so Core 3. And I don't know what this is. But anyway, I'll get my magnifying glass out. There's a little bit of text under there, and my eyeglass, I can't read it if there is. So anyway, probably still, I'm going to start this at 20. I don't know if I'll get it. I'll take 17 or something like that. But Simms has been doing very well for me. I've been selling it. So, this is what I paid $5 for. Mizzen in Maine. It used to be a humongous bolo. Like, I would have put $65 on this like 3 or 4 years ago. Now, not so much, and this is very plain. But I thought it was definitely worth $5. I'm going to put like 24 on it and see what happens. It is a size XL trim, no tuck. So, it's kind of like an untuck it shirt, where you don't tuck it. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get over 20 for that. We'll see. So this is a Go Softly. It's an XL. I've talked about this brand before. People love these house coats in the Go Softly patio. I don't know why, because Go Softly in and of itself is not necessarily a bolo, not in everything I've looked up, but they love these pockets. And I can see, you know, if you're home the entire day and you're not going anywhere for sure, and you're pretty sure no one will stop by. Anyway, not saying these aren't cute, but I mean, I could see, I guess, just hanging out in this kind of house coat, especially in a warm climate. So, but I sell these pretty fast. But still, that one is a little, it's got some fade wear. It says an XL. I'm not sure it's going to fit like an XL. It looks like a little small, and it has a little bit of wear there, I think. But still, so I'm going to probably just put 15 on it. But I paid, what, $2.50 at the most. And then here's another Sim shirt, just a t-shirt. This is a size medium, so not the best size, but this will sell. I'm going to put, I don't know, it says Wader Manufacturing. I'll probably put 17 and see what happens. Okay, so that's this one. So for all of that, I paid, you know, the 28 bucks. So I'm going to put that in my shoebox receipt thing and get rid of that. All right, let's do my other trip. That was in the afternoon. So in the morning, I went to this one first. Or actually, I went to it after the Goodwill, so it was still afternoon, but this one was first. So I wasn't very optimistic when I first got there, so I thought, you know, I'll just get bread and butter. Actually, let me get the receipt first, guys. All right, so same here. 9 items at $2.50. Men's clothing. Men's clothing 2 at $1.50. Men's clothing 1 at $3.25. And then I gave 81 cents in a donation roundup. So in this one, I got done at 5. How can that be? No, this has to be the second one. I lied. That other one was the first one, and then this one I got done at 5, and then we ate our Subway and went home. So I am mixed up, apparently. But anyway, so this is the last thrift store of the day. I'm mixed up at what I bought. Okay, anyway, J. Jill, I've been picking it up in bigger sizes. This is a large, a nice kind of, I guess it is a dark olive green. It's really cute, though, and it's from that, it's a Ponte tunic. I do really good on their Ponte stuff, like their Ponte pants. And so it just has a certain fabric. I don't know what Ponte is supposed to be, but that's a thing. Then this is what surprised me. I'm shocked that they didn't know what these are. If I read right, jeans are $3.25 at this place. And, you know, I have, at most, I paid $3.25. That's the most expensive thing on this receipt. So I think it is. And so these are vintage patina dye, which I love. If you don't know what the patina dye is, look it up. It just has like a, I don't know, it's a certain look. Like I know it a mile away just because of where I live, not because I'm smart or anything. I just, you know, I just see it because I see it all the time on, I guess I don't see too many people actually wearing this. I was going to say I see it on people a lot, but I really don't. That's what's so weird, is it's everywhere, but I don't. If I do see people wearing cool, it's the shirts. I don't see people wearing this pair of pants that often, but I find them a lot. So anyway, this is a great sale. I think I should be able to get 35 on these if I hold out, because the reason why I think I can get 35 also is because these are a 36-34, and they don't look like they've been hemmed. It's possible, but I don't think so. That looks like factory to me. I'll measure the inseam. They might be 32, but that's still a tall. So that is why I'm very happy with that. All right, so this is Life is Good. I started to pick these up, I think, especially in the summer. People just love t-shirts. It's been one of those things that I've neglected. I don't know why, with a passion. I hate going through the t-shirts. I think I would like it more if I knew there were more vintage finds in there. You know, kind of like, do you ever watch Katie and Vicky? And forgive me, I know them. I just can't place which one, their names. I believe it's Vicky. Or is it Katie? I don't know. But she's the t-shirt person. She knows. Like she could turn this plain old shirt into $200. I'm not kidding you. You know, she just can see like a Dr. Seuss shirt that even on eBay other people are trying to get 50 and she'll get 200 out of it. She's just designed this whole t-shirt store that is truly amazing. If you want to go watch Katie and Vicky. But anyway, the point is that I don't like going through t-shirts at all. And this is called the Crusher Tee. It's an XL. Life is good. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to try to just get like 14 or 15 on some of these. I see other people talking about them. I guess it's Kaylee Elaine does. She does Life is Good. I think she puts 25 on hers though. I guess I can try that. And I know several people are doing Life is Good. So this is Sims. Just another fishing shirt, but this one is an XL, 100% cotton. So I'm going to try for 20. It's got some camo in there. We'll see. I don't know if I'll get it. Oh yeah, I was there. I was checking out and this was my pile. And she put my pile in the bag and handed it to me. And then there was a pair of shorts laying under where my pile had been. And I said, I looked at it at first because I thought she had neglected to put a pair of my shorts in the bag. And then I saw that they were the white Carpenter Sherwin-Williams shorts. And someone else, had gotten them. And they are only worth like $20-25 now. They used to be a huge bolo. But still, they're just so cute. I mean, so I was like, is someone buying those? And she's like, yeah. So anyway, I would have bought them. And depending on the size, I would have tried to get 30 for them. But yeah, if you ever find those at the bins, those painter pants or more, but the painter shorts that say Sherwin-Williams on them and have the paintbrush on the back pocket, oh man, that's a bolo. So anyway, Cavu, I don't pick up all Cavu, but at the bins I pick up a lot of it, and you can just tell these just have the look. This is like, I don't know, is it Y2K? I don't know what these are, but they're let's see. They're a men's 34 made in the USA. So yeah, I think I'm going to put Y2K on these. I just knew that these were something. These are more of a beige, not a white, but they're just Carpenter shorts that are vintage. So and that person was in there at the same time I was, and I went through the men's stuff like like very carefully. So they might have had them in their cart before I got there, or I missed them. I don't think I missed them because it's too bright. The Sherwin-Williams logo is big and it's too bright. Excuse me guys, I'm coughing on something. Anyway, this is Sims. It does have that mark on the label. I'll have to disclose that. 2XL though. Great vented fishing shirt. I'll do okay on this. Because of the size, I'm going to try to put 20 plus shipping. I'll look them up again and see because summer is coming. I've been going off all the comps for the last 3 months. I'm not saying people don't fish, especially in Florida and California and other places. I'm sure they wear that all year long, but I want to see if the comps are going up. And then this is Tommy Bahama swim trunks. I wasn't sure, so I looked them up. I can get about 14 to 16 on these. This is a size large. So yeah, just plain old swim trunks, but those will definitely sell fast. I might start at $18.99 and I would take as low as 14. Within just a few, a week or two, I'll come down to 14. I want to move because I find these all the time. This is a 34, same thing. Tommy Bahama swim trunks, just staple for my store. I thought those were good. And the thing is, I can list these so fast because I have all this stuff. I have swim trunks in my store. And then I always get Club Room and Club Ride mixed up. And I know that's dumb because Club Ride is what it is. This is the one you want. It's not worth a huge fortune, but definitely these shorts could go as high as 30. I've got to look up the style and see. And this looks like a smaller size. Why can't it be money? It's just a piece of paper. No money. So these are a US extra small. So I doubt I'll get 30 for these. I'll probably just try to move them at 20. But definitely Club Ride. Keep an eye out for that. A lot of times, like today, I know. Like if I was going through a bunch of stuff and I saw Club Room, I've got it fresh in my head. No, Club Room is not necessarily, unless it's some distinctive piece, something you want. But then when I come upon that, I'm always like, is that the one? And then so thankfully I'm refreshing my memory. And then I just got these. All the shorts were $2.50, so BKE. These will do really well. BKE cargo. I would not pay anything over really $2.50 for these. I would get them at the bins probably, especially this time of the year. But anyway, they're size 33 with a 23-inch outseam. So I guess a lot of people really care about that outseam measurement. Especially on shorts, and I get it. You know, you care where your shorts hit your leg. It's like a personal thing. Some people like them long, some like them short. So I'm going to have to consider adding that to my process behind me when I'm doing shorts, is measuring the outseam. I keep forgetting that. Another Tommy Bahama, size 44. I'm going to be able to list these things in just minutes. I'll just snap the photos and then just go to sell similar, rinse and repeat, change the pertinent information. This one feels like a different fabric than the other. This is a polyester stretch, and I don't know on those others if they are. So it'll still be pretty simple. Oh yeah, another Sims. This one I'm saying, I just, like, the store did not recognize Sims, and it can't be one person because these are all different sizes. This is a 2XL, which is just great. Great size. So I'm going to put this at 20 or 24. I'll look it up. I don't want to overprice it. I obviously I'm finding them, so I want them out of here. And then, woohoo, Vuori. You know, I'm shocked that the thrifts don't know this yet. And that's what I mean by outstudy them. You know, in a few months, maybe by the end of the summer, they'll definitely know what these are if they have a staff that looks stuff up. But right now, for whatever reason, the Sims isn't on their radar, and the Vuori isn't. And so, yeah, I can't find the size. It's on here. I'll have to get my glasses out to find it. But either way, I'll just measure them out. I would have picked these up no matter what. I can't tell what size on the tag. It's kind of faded. But yeah, just pair of men's normal shorts. I do need to probably take the time and just go to the website or go to eBay and look at what the shorts actually look like, because I'm not good enough to just walk to them. Like, some people have studied enough that they can just walk right up to the Lululemon. They just know exactly the style, and they can see it from, you know, a mile back. I'm not there yet on Lululemon or this, but it would have been helpful to be able to go through the racks quicker yesterday. That is the only problem, is I did spend a lot of time, but that's okay. And then we just got this this Bible. I think they gave it to us because Bibles were free, because it is a mission, and we've had people there from our church that we've sent there for help or whatever, and so we're just gonna keep that in case we need it for a child that comes to church. Alrighty, guys. So this, let me see. This is all one thing. Let me see which bag I put the receipt in. Probably this one. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is my Goodwill receipt. Now, Goodwills in Wyoming are pretty cheap too. They're not near as cheap as that, so I'm going to go there first next time. But anyway, I got 15 items at $3.75. One item at $3.75, which says adult pajama. The 15 items were adult tops and bottoms. Then adult shoes. I was going to say, she saw that the shoes were $10, the ones I got, but I got 2 pair of shoes. So I did get 1 pair of shoes for $3.50. I was like, uh-oh, I feel bad now. I feel guilty if someone undercharges me, even I feel guilty. But yeah, I paid $10 for the Doc Martens I'm going to show you, $4.50 for an adult dress, $1 for one book at $2, and then a houseware at $2. I don't know what the houseware was. Anyway, here's my receipt. I don't know if that's focused in, guys, or if it's just making it worse. But anyway, you can see $3.75 and 15 items, and so my total there was $86.11. All right, so this is actually a bolo, not necessarily in the shirts, but for where I live, I'm not saying, you know, anything. It's just I live here. I should know this brand. When I looked it up, I saw that it's like a very popular, not quite like CC Filson, but the jackets are kind of right up there. I mean, This J.L. Powell, the Sporting Life, if you're finding jackets or more substantial pieces, you're talking $100. This shirt, I think I'm only going to get like $20-25 for, but I went ahead and got it. I just wanted to remember the brand, and I need to go study out that brand. Actually, let me get my other tub. All right, so yeah, that was a new brand to me. I've never even heard of it that I know of. So I hope I haven't missed it. This is Torrid, super soft. I looked these up, and these actually have a more than 100% sell-through for the Torrid super soft knit shirts. This is a size 2, so I got 2 of these, 2 different ones. So I'm only going to get like 16 or 17, but still. The other one is down in there somewhere. I'll find it. Then I picked these up. These are, what brand? Oh yeah, Lane Bryant, size 16. And I looked up this thing specifically, the shorts, the alley shorts, because I don't pick up a lot of Lane Bryant. I need to go back and look it up and see kind of what does sell. But new at tags, Lane Bryant, size 16, which I normally think of Lane Bryant as bigger sizes, and I think that the 16s actually don't do as well because it is known kind of as a plus size brand. But I thought the scallop legs were really cute, and sure enough, this alley short does do okay. It was worth picking up. I don't know if it has 100% sell through, but it was worth it. Okay, this is J. Jill, the Wherever collection in a large petite. The large petite made me question whether I should get it, but you know, I'm short. There's short people out there. I probably should try this on. It's not my normal style, but you know, I mean, I might wear a style like this if I know that it's supposed to be petite and fit me in the right place. On some dresses like this, I always feel like, you know, it's way too long. It's halfway down my calf when it's supposed to be at my knee. And so I just avoid kind of this kind of style. But, you know, I might try it on. It's kind of cute. Actually cute. But if not, I'll put 20 on that. This is probably my best find, I think, of this trip. Are these Doc Martens. I paid $10. I did the bend test. So the bend test, if you are a new reseller or if you just don't do shoes that often, if you decide to pick up a pair of shoes, these could have been stored in Florida. They could have been out in the garage for 3 years, and they really can, just like the whole heel can just come off. So I do the bend test, which is hard on some shoes. And if it, you know, and if you try to pull here and it doesn't come apart, you're good. I don't think Doc Martens is really known for that. I mean, is that real thread? Is that like sewn on there? Doc Martens isn't one that I think of as having dry rot, but I think technically any shoe can. So anyway, these are, what is the name? They're from England, first of all, so they are not a size 5. They're a US 7, which makes them doable. I should actually try these on, but if this is not the Y2K look, I don't know what is. These are darling. And then they have the monk strap, and I've got these saved in my listing for the exact style number that's down in here. So yeah, I was real happy with these. I'm going to put 65 on them. I don't know if I'll quite get that. I'll probably take 50 and up, but 10 was a bargain, honestly, on those. I was happy. I'm still picking up Untuck It until it quits performing well for me. Then I'll quit, then I'll stop. This is a flannel. It's kind of a lighter weight flannel, so I'm going to get this listed right away. This is only a medium, and it's 100% cotton. I've really enjoyed selling the linen that I've come across in this brand. So unfortunately, this is cotton. But I've been selling the cotton okay too. Someone is messaging me or something. Okay, nothing important. It's not even a message, it's a notification. All right, this is Winter Silks. Now, in the pants, like in the base layer, I will pick it up at the bands. I don't pay normally $3.50 or $4 for it, but this is a full-fledged nightgown. And so it has kind of that vintagey smell, you know, and it's got a few spots there. So I'm going to soak this thing and see what happens. Either way, the stains are on like the lower knee in the front, you know, so this may be a waste of like, you know, $3.75 for, but I got it because of the length, and these do have a really good sell-through. And if I can get the stains out, I can get probably 24. If not, I'll put 12 and someone will still want it. You know, like for, you know, camping when you're out there, a lot of people still wear their nightgown camping. I wear like, you know, 6 pair of pants because I'm freezing, but you know, who knows? All right, this is Gramici. I love Gramici. I pick it up whenever I can afford it or it makes sense. This is a pretty substantial piece, actually. I looked this up in these long sweatshirts. I think if I'm remembering, because I was going really fast, I think I can get over 30 for this. This is USA made. It's a large, and it's just, you know, a nice heavy sweatshirt. So, yep. So Gramici does really good, and I find it quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, now this is a Gap women's denim shirt, and I looked it up just as Gap women's denim, and it actually does good. And I should have written the gal's name down, and I did not. Where did I put it here? I was listening to someone the other day, and I should give her credit, and I can't tell you now. I'll try to mention her in another show. She's someone I watch, but I just don't pay attention. I haven't watched her for that long. Anyway, she is saying that the coastal cowgirl look, which is a lot of white and then denim, is going to be really in. So this is kind of a longer shirt. This may not be like a coastal cowgirl thing. I mean, I think she's talking about probably a white dress with a denim jacket on it. I need to go study the aesthetic and see. But anyway, she was saying she's picking up all the denim shirts she can find. So maybe you would wear, I mean, I don't know what your pants would be in a coastal cowgirl. I guess Western pants, but you would maybe, if you're a tall woman, you would maybe have a nice white shirt and then wear this over it or something. I don't know, but anyway, this has a little bit of something that I just now noticed. I don't know. I'll wash it and see if that comes out. It may not, but it'll still do fine. But anyway, just a Gap denim button-down shirt that I looked up in an XL tall, which, I mean, maybe this is a men's. I'll look at the buttons. Let me see. I can tell you that right now. Let me see. Yeah, this is a men's. Yep. Buttons are on the right. So, yeah, because this isn't how I button my shirt. Let me look, guys. I'm pretty sure, isn't women's button on the, I don't know why. I mean, I've been reselling for who knows how long, and clothing for like 3 years, and I have to Google this all the time. Okay, buttons on the right side. Okay. If you wear women's clothing, the buttons are on the left. However, if you wear men's shirts, the buttons are on the right. Okay, right. So the buttons are actually on the right, so this is a men's shirt, which is fine too. All I know is that the denim in Gap does really good. So yeah, XL tall, this is an easy 20 bucks. I'm glad I got it. But watch out for that. Again, I'll try to give the lady credit where credit is due. For that coastal cowgirl aesthetic. I would go look that up because that would open up a ton of easy things to pick up at the bins. You know, is it white blouses or is it just like white dresses? Is it lace with denim? I got to go figure that out. This is a new brand to me. It's called Pringle, and then it's made in Scotland. And this is an XL. I looked this up. There's a staple here. Most of the sales, needless to say, are the UK or overseas, but that makes it even better. So the US sales in this are actually really good if someone in the US can get this and they don't have to pay overseas shipping. This is actually really desirable. So I don't know if it's quite 100% sell through, but I think the ones that are listed in the US that have sold are, and this should get me like upwards of 30 bucks. It's actually in an XL pretty desirable. So I was happy with that. This is just plain old Chico's Travelers, size 2. I think I'll probably put 15 on it. I already basically have the listing for this done. It just makes you tempted not even to take new photos, but I won't because it'll, you know, every garment is different. But anyway, I have this exact, listing done. I was trying to see if this has pockets. I don't think most Travelers do. Yeah, it does. It has, oh yeah, it does right there. So yeah, I'm going to definitely mention Chico's Travelers jacket with pockets. That'll go really fast. These things flip for me so quick. I don't know why. I only charge about 15, and maybe that's why. All right. This is Sylvain. Now, Sylvain is a brand that sometimes I do really good with. I have a love-hate relationship with this brand because sometimes, you know, I can just do the shorts, especially in the summer, and the pants, and I can get a decent amount on them. But I haven't been picking it up lately because, I don't know, I just didn't have the comps. But I know I'm looking at winter comps too. So I need to go to Terra Peak and really search it out. But these are a size 40, first of all. And then in the camo, Sylvain shorts in the camo do very, very well. So these should get me closer to 20. And these are first class too. So that will help my customer not to have to pay as much shipping. So I was happy to find those. I'm going to go look and decide about Sylvain itself. I see it every single day I'm sourcing. And I know there's a following for it because I always can sell it fast. That's not the problem. It's just, can I get, you know, $12 for the shorts plus shipping? The sell-through is fast for me on Sylvain, actually. This is that other Torrid Super Soft. These have a really fast sell-through, over 100% on those shirts. And it just seemed like whatever pattern. Didn't seem like anyone cared. This is just kind of a Nike. I looked this up. I did the Google Lens on it. And this Nike Parrot, it seems like I've had a similar shirt before. But these are actually really popular. I don't think it quite had 100% sell-through, but I'm going to just throw 20 up on it. I think some people are trying to get 60 or 70, and they weren't moving. But I think for $3.75, which is what I paid, and if I just am willing to take 20, I think I'll move that really fast. We're almost done, Frodo. Yeah, what do you need? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come here. Come here. Up, up. Look, say hi. Oh, yes, say hi. Okay, down you go. It's nice out, so I got to go let him out. But then he barks during my video, so anyway, he's anxious to go out. This is Eli Cattleman. Just a nice, solid pearl snap shirt. This is a size 2XL. So for that reason, I went ahead and picked it up. I still probably won't get more than like 14. If you hold these a long, long time, you can get 20 or something, but I struggle to get more than like 14 for those, if that. And then this is Royal Robbins. I haven't been picking it up as much, but this is a 2XL. And so I thought that there were enough reasons or factors, as Kaylee Elaine says. Everybody's kind of copying her. Everybody talks about factor stacking now. But I want to give her credit. It's not my term. I certainly didn't come up with it. But anyway, this has a lot of factors that I think make it very sellable. It's gorgeous. It's a very nice men's shirt. Nice heavier weight. 2XL regular fit. And I don't know what the fabric is. But anyway, I think I can get about 20 on this. But if not, I paid $3.75 for it. So it is okay. And then this is that other pair of shoes that I talked about that was $3.50. The Doc Martens were $10. So let's see, where is it? Oh, this is a Goodwill. No wonder. I'm not seeing that. Yep, just $3.50. So anyway, these actually have quite a sell-through. They are called... where are we? I found it. I guess these are just the Aerothotic. I guess that's what they are, the Aerothotic sandals. And so new, they definitely are worth $3.50. I can't remember if these were like 25 or if they were 40 new. I know that, you know, they're just like, not comfort, but I'll look them up. But I think you can put... when you have, you know, problems with your feet. I'm a nurse and I cannot say it, so that's really embarrassing. But you know, anyway, when you need orthopedic type shoes. So I'm happy with these. These should be an easy 25. And then I got myself a book. It sounds depressing. It's not as horrible as it is. I think this is this vintage? It's set in 1938. Yes, this is a vintage book. So it's called A Coffin for Demetrios by Eric Ambler. And this was written like he served in the British Army during World War II. But anyway, the point of the book, it is a mystery. And it has a really interesting detective that, you know, is kind of famous, and so I just picked this up for $2. It's going to be next on my reading list unless something else comes my way. Right now I'm still in The Woman in White, and oh my goodness, guys, it's a really thick book. It's a vintage book from the 1800s is when it was written, but it is worth the read. It you know, it takes a little bit. It's in that old kind of, I wouldn't say Victorian, but it's that old English, and so it's hard to read, but boy, the story just really gets you. So that's my treat, if I can get all this cleaned up, is to read some more of my book tonight. Guys, thank you. Thankfully, this looks like you'll get this in about an hour. It doesn't look like it's going to take like 5 hours from now for this to upload. So I'm going to go experiment with this. Well, maybe in the morning you will see me with a shipping video. Let's pray I get more orders than I have now. I'm going to go list. I'm going to list about 30 items right now, about 10 more from my VA, and then I'm going to hand list the other 20 that are already photoed. And so I'm going to just pretty much launch them, maybe a few for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to go sourcing again if the weather and everything is good. I'm going to go see my mom and shop up there and use up all of my consignment cash. So you'll see me in the morning. If I have any orders to make it even worth it, I will do a quick shipping video, and then hopefully I do a haul tomorrow night. Thanks, guys, again. I've had a lot of new subscribers. It just shocks me how it's picking up. And I know it's not me. I just hope it's because I really try to double down on my brands. I don't, you know, I just hope I know. Frodo's anxious. He's not very patient with the people, are you? We're trying to talk to the people. Yeah. So, I know. So, I shouldn't give him attention, because then that's what he does. Anyway, like I was trying to say, I hope that you're really like getting something out of it. I love watching the haul videos of people, or especially the solds. Actually, the solds, then you know it really sold. But anyway, I love watching these. It has expanded my brand knowledge more than trying to read or study on my own. Because like now, tonight, when I'm taking photos of 60 items, I can listen to somebody and I might just catch a snippet. But a lot of these brands are new to me. You know, like the Vuori, I've only known about that for less than like 3 to 6 months myself. And I heard that from someone else. So I think that, I hope that my videos are doing the same thing. I hope I'm finding some brands that you're finding interesting. Thanks again, guys. Please leave comments. It really does help my channel. Just a quick like and a quick comment of any kind, you know, is very, very helpful to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Frodo, say bye. Are you going to go out? Are we going to go outside now? Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, guys.